Forbes magazine reports the global market for video games is expected to grow from $67 billion last year to $82 billion in 2017. The biggest anticipated growth driver, online distribution and game playing. Those are chipping away at the market share of retail boxed software. Some entrepreneurial Oklahomans hope to cash in by creating games that can be played on those platforms as well as smartphones, tablets, and game consoles.
Basically, it's an open-world multiplayer game.
James Simpson and Luke Simpkins are a rarity, at least for now. They're Oklahoma-based video game developers. Most of the industry's U.S.-based companies are in California or Texas. Simpson and Simpkins' newest game is set to launch next week.
Oh, and I just won a bunch of chips.
Casino RPG is an online role-playing game.
So you'll start with this little base casino.
The game lets players build and run all aspects of a casino, right down to the cleaning crew.
We're building this game with just 2 programmers and 1 full-time artist and a few contract artists.
Simpson started Goldfire Studios in Oklahoma City to create video games when he got his first computer at age 14.
Goldfire Studios is a sort of next-generation social game studio and publisher. We've built a social gaming platform that's for real-time community-based gameplay.
Just the type of platform expected to see strong growth in the video gaming world over the next 5 years.
So we've got 2 games right now, Poker RPG and BC Wars, and those are on our game platform. So our main strategy moving forward is the platform strategy. And what I mean by platform is it's sort of a destination where players can go to play our games and eventually other third-party developers' games.
Simpson and Simpkins want to keep their business in Oklahoma, and they want to see the state's infant game development field grow. So they've created Oklahoma's game developer meetups. These photos are from its inaugural event a few weeks ago.
I've seen in 5 years like an explosion of explosion of companies in Oklahoma. With the interest we saw with our game development group we started, there were 50, 60 developers that just kind of popped in, all very smart people, all developing as careers, and all with a lot of great ideas and great talents.
Zachary Knight jumped at the chance to meet the state's other aspiring video game creators.
Honestly, for a long time, for several years, I didn't know of any games being released in Oklahoma.
Knight is a computer programmer in Oklahoma City. In his spare time, he develops video games on his laptop.
Right now I'm working primarily with my brother. I'm the programmer and he's the artist.
They're working on an online collectible card game.
Some of these might have an element to them, like water, fire, earth, or air.
Simpkins says Oklahoma has a lot to offer people like Knight who want to start up video game development companies.
Oklahoma is a great place to live. Costs living are pretty low. That's why we're seeing a lot of startups come here, because it's actually cheap to create a startup, whereas if you go to California or Austin and Texas, where a lot of the startups are kind of collecting right now, your costs are going to be 4 or 5 times what you have here.
Several colleges across the state are preparing future game developers. In a semi-darkened room at the University of Tulsa, students learn the basics of creating video games.
I'm hoping that everybody comes up with some form of animation that they can place in their games.
I hope we keep seeing more of that. I know there's several colleges that have full video game development programs now. We've especially seen a lot of great stuff with art and animation. I think we could use some more work on the programming development side of things. But those are really helping to get people interested, especially if they're already interested in game development, keep them within the state. Because I know a lot of people think they need to move out to California or Austin or places like that to be able to get into the industry and learn about the industry. And I think starting at the college level or even before is helping to change that mindset.
At OSU Technical Institute in Okmulgee, students like Gray Walker learn the artistic side of game development.
I'm currently in the 3D modeling track, and I take a lot of art design classes.
Walker already does contract work for European game developers.
I was asked to do some environment modeling, prop modeling in there.
But he's not sure Oklahoma's video game development industry is ready to take off.
I see a lot of people trying here and trying very seriously here, but there's just not a huge push yet.
Dr. Roger Mailer is an assistant professor at the University of Tulsa, teaching video game development courses.
There's a lot of sort of rumbling down at the bottom, and some key players who are trying to really coalesce it into something real. And how to get from here, where we are right now, where we're teaching game programming courses, where we have a few startup companies, and jumping to here, which is that we're, a tech hub, which I think we certainly could be.
Mailer says becoming a tech hub in Oklahoma will take concerted effort to bring those already in the video gaming development industry together with those who want to be in it. To help accomplish that goal, the University of Tulsa is hosting the Heartland Gaming Expo at the end of the month. Like the Game Developer Meetup, the Expo's goal is to give current and aspiring video game developers a place to share their games while getting to know others who share their passion.